All right. There we go. Bang. Lights on. Hello, those watching the replay. Trying to fix my thing. I have a really good tripod, but it slowly goes down. Like it actually doesn't stay up very long, so it's keeps sliding. Welcome to this video. I had this question asked of me. I've done a video on it before, but I thought I would pop in on the group and talk about this since I was asked, how is it different post-menopause? Once you finish menopause, what can you eat? Is it different? And also, do I still get symptoms? So that's what I'm talking about today. I'm just going to go into the group and just let them know that I am live. And if you are watching this outside of my Facebook community, I have a great Facebook group community for women over 40 called Women Creating Healthy Lives. And that's where I am doing this as a live first. And often I put my videos up on YouTube after. And then sometimes I post them in other parts on Facebook. So if you're watching me from somewhere else, come and join the Facebook community. If you are a woman over 40, I do special trainings in there. I also share what I eat in a day. I do some recipe videos. I show you how I make my foods sometimes. And then there's, inspiration and motivation. And I get to answer your questions. And you can post things that you want me to do videos on. And I do them within the group. All right. So let me just tell them I am on live now. Don't see me. Okay, the topic today. So I'm so glad you're live. You're here for the live. I started perimenopause. I didn't know what it was, of course. I didn't know what the changes were. I didn't know what the symptoms were. I thought I was going crazy. My doctors had no idea. So I started at the age of 43, and that is very young. It wasn't weight gain that was first. It was a lot of other symptoms, really bad digestive problems, memory problems, foggy, exhaustion. I ended up in adrenal fatigue. So the first thing was adrenal fatigue, feeling really exhausted, very tired, just apathetic, feeling terrible. I was a personal trainer. I was a yoga instructor. I was completely bonked. I couldn't barely work anymore. And I was supposed to be motivating and helping women to get fit. And I was exhausted. I was exhausted, right? So that's how I started. I didn't know what it was. I went to see a naturopath and she got me, realized I was in adrenal fatigue and what that was about. And I started taking supplements, a lot of supplements. And I also I had to rest. I actually started beginning to completely change my life at that age because I felt better with the adrenal fatigue, but then there were so many other symptoms that I was experiencing and I just started feeling terrible. I knew my body was changing. I knew it. And there was no Facebook. YouTube had just started, maybe. And so the only thing I had was books. And so I started looking into women's health. And I found Dr. Christian Northrup about women's wisdom, women's bodies, and menopause. And so I started reading some of those things. And this is probably, a year later, whatever. And so my symptoms kept going and I kept having these crazy things. And then my emotions were all over the place. And, anxiety for the first time, feeling a little depressed, totally over emotional, unable to handle stress. All of these crazy things that happened. So that was my perimenopause. And then the weight gain happened later, right? And that's when I completely changed what I ate because I was already eating healthy. I wasn't eating meat at that time. I thought, I was eating healthy foods, right? Like I was really doing the best I could. But the weight gain kept coming and I was exercising like crazy because I was a personal trainer. I was a yoga instructor and I did kayaking, mountain biking, and mountain running. And so I thought, what the heck's going on? And it had to be the food. So it was the food. Because I was eating wrong, right? And if you're new to my group, just keep watching. You can go to my website, dianamarchand.com. I have some training, 3 keys to midlife weight loss. And I also have a really good one on prepping and planning. So those are free for you. You can go ahead. Just to learn more about the difference during this phase of life. So that really led me to make a lot of changes in my life. So in perimenopause was, you know, a time in my life from 43 to about 48. I know that's going to scare you if you're in it. It seems like 5 years. Are you kidding? But remember, it wasn't everything at once. It was a slow progression of change and of me changing things and changing my life and working on finding what works. And I had to learn it all on my own. I had no coach. I had no one to help me through this. There wasn't anybody doing it as far as I'm concerned. I didn't know where to find them. And, you know, so but I really did clean up what I was eating, like to the extreme. And I began to feel amazing, high energy. I lost a ton of weight when I was still in perimenopause. And that's a phase women usually gain 10 to 12 pounds at least, right? And then continue to gain after. I hit, I think it was 48 or 49. I was completely finished menopausal. So I hadn't had my period for 1 full year. I wasn't even 50 yet. So I was pretty much in postmenopause then. So I've been in postmenopause since the age of 49 and I'm 56. So for a long time, postmenopause. So I know people want to know, how is it different? Will this ever end? When you're in perimenopause and you're in the, you know, fluctuations like this, you don't know how long it's going to last. And it can freak you out because you feel so terrible. I mean, the crazy periods too. Don't forget, you bleed like crazy. Your periods are all over the place. You can even get severe pains and cramping, all of that. I ended up in the hospital twice because I had severe pain and I didn't know what was going on. And then the pain would go away after a couple hours and I was fine, right? So know that you can also go through extreme physical changes. Extreme bleeding, lots of clots, you can't even stand up. You have to stay home from work. All of these things are a part of it, are a part of your body changing, shedding. And also you may experience fibroids or cysts when you're going through this phase of life, like the perimenopause. So that could be happening with you too. What phase are you guys on? I see people here. Say hello. Let me know if you're in perimenopause when you still have your period. If you've not had your period for 1 year, you're menopause. And then after that, you are post-menopause. What phase are you guys on? Let me know in the comments. And then let me know if you have any specific questions too. Okay, specific questions. So what phase are you on in this midlife journey? I must love blue. I have so many things that are blue. And yet I actually love red. And pinks, but I look best in blues and pinks, I think. What phase are you in? Perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause? Let me know. Don't be shy. I'm waiting. If you just jumped on, I just asked you what phase you're in, perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause. If you're not sure, let me know. I'm just waiting for the comments. Let me hear ya. And then I will talk about what it's like postmenopause. And also let me know if you have any questions. One person commenting. Rachel, thank you for commenting. How about the others? Are you perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause? What are you in? Put it down in the comments and say hello. Say hello. I know there's quite a delay. Postmenopause. Suzanne's postmenopause. Hey, Suzanne. Excellent. Do you still have the weight gain, Suzanne? Do you still have problems or any symptoms? Do you still have any symptoms or the weight gain, Suzanne, in postmenopause? How's it going for you? Who else is on? Let me know if you're in perimenopause, postmenopause, or menopause. Kim, another one is in postmenopause. Woohoo! Do you have any symptoms, Kim, or do you still have the weight gain? How's it going for you? Who else is here? Let me know what phase you're in. Adeline Hill, I see a lot of people are watching. Let me know what phase, perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, and do you have any symptoms? Maybe I can help you. Let's talk about this. Let's all be open and honest, and we can help each other. That's the best thing we can do, right? Post what phase you're in below. Everybody's so shy. Are you guys shy? We're all women here. Great. Excellent, Suzanne. Kim's belly fat is out of control. Oh, okay. Cleaning up my diet even further. Yes. Had some blood work yesterday just to see if my thyroid. Right. Yes, for sure, Kim. Thyroid. Yeah. And could be a lot of stress. Could be also toxins that you're eating in your food, like packaged foods, packaged sausage, salad dressings, all of those things. I'm on. Oh, Rachel, that's not good. That you're on that contraception. Well, the contraception you're on is not good, so that's not good. I think that Depo, what is that contraception? See, those probably, when you're on fake or synthetic hormones, they're going to screw up your hormones, right? They're going to probably cause weight gain and water retention and other symptoms that are going to harm you too, right? Really watch out about any type of that. Belly fat, okay. That's so good. You're healthy eating though, Rachel. Excellent. So my symptoms, were bad during perimenopause, but I really changed what I ate. I did, when you're in perimenopause, if you really work at getting yourself better balanced, then when you hit menopause, everything should level out so much better. And your weight should stabilize. You should not really start gaining weight again, okay? But if you're not working on changing things in perimenopause, or you didn't know you need to change things, then when you get into menopause and postmenopause and you're continually eating the same, and you haven't balanced your hormones, you still are really stressed, you're still noticing all the symptoms, you will continue with the symptoms and with the weight gain, most likely. It may not stop. And that's the thing, is because your body's still out of balance. So it's really, really important for people when they start to notice these symptoms, to know it as a way of saying, my body, something's off. Now, it is natural, yes. The perimenopause, when our body goes through these hormonal changes, it is natural. But it is also our body telling us that we need to change because we are changing. So because our internal body, our body is changing on the inside, we need to make external changes, right? So there's not, like, if your body's changing on the inside, it's a sure sign you need to make changes. Like, why would you not make changes? Your body's changing, right? So when you receive really bad prolonged symptoms, it's just you're fighting the change, or you're not making the changes you need to make, right? So that is a big thing. Oh my God. Just a minute, you guys. Have to limit my fruit intake. Yes, fruit. Used to make, mango, yeah. Yeah, bananas and mangoes together on their own, definitely pure sugar and stuff, right? Do you take ashwagandha or other herbs? I take super powders, but I don't take ashwagandha, but I should. So yes, I would say take ashwagandha. And I don't take other herbs at the moment, but I'm totally think everybody should look into those. And I have, right? Have to limit fruit intake. I'm just seeing what else you got. Okay. So if you haven't changed what you eat during perimenopause and you're in postmenopause or menopause and you still have the weight gain, you still have the symptoms, you still have too much stress, you still have emotional all over the place, and you still have a lot of weight gain and fat and digestive problems, then it is a sign that you need to make those changes, right? For me, I went through all those changes. I did detoxing, I did colonics, I did acupuncture, I did energy work, I did supplements, I did herbs, I did super powders, all of those things during perimenopause and in menopause, like crazy. And I began, so then I was feeling really, really good. And so now I had lost all the weight. And I began to really regulate my symptoms. Basically, hot flashes, not very many at all. Weight gain, no, I don't gain weight anymore because I eat still eat clean, but I now can eat things like rice. I can eat rice, I can eat lentils, I can eat beans, I can eat all those things. I can eat starches, potatoes, and not gain weight, right? But that's also because I did a lot of the work during the perimenopause. So for me, I'm not gaining weight anymore. I'm able to eat a lot of the things that I never were able to in perimenopause. In perimenopause, I had a lot of digestive problems. I had acid reflux. I was very sluggish. And so now, because I've kind of cleared that and kind of healed my body in that way, I can begin to eat more of those things. And I have been able to. But I still notice what I'm eating. When I eat a starch, I still have way more vegetables and greens. I still use my super powders like crazy. I take probiotics. I take digestive enzymes. I take certain supplements, right? I make sure I have lots of chia gel, which is a really good omega-3. I have a lot of coconut oil with my food. I don't eat meat, but that's because it doesn't agree with me. It's totally fine if you eat meat. If it's good for you, just make sure you're having the wild, the organic meats. Conventional meats have a lot of antibiotics, have a lot of growth hormones. That's only going to make you fat. A lot of estrogen, things like that, right? I don't use a microwave. I don't drink a lot out of plastic bottles, which also causes estrogenic effects within your body. I can have tofu and tempeh because post-menopause our estrogen is lowering. And so the flax, tofu, tempeh, which kind of has estrogenic effects, I can have those, right? When perimenopause, when you're losing a lot of progesterone, therefore your estrogen seems higher, then you want to cut back on those things, right? And another thing that if you're in the perimenopause and you're experiencing a lot of crazy cravings and symptoms and tired and fatigued, your adrenal glands could be burnt out. So really look up adrenal glands and what they do, adrenal fatigue, because that can also lead to thyroid problems. And thyroid problems are very, very common in midlife. So if somebody hasn't taken care of their body, mind, and soul, really changing their life, their lifestyle, decreasing the stress, during the perimenopause phase, you could end up with, let's say, thyroid problems that could leave you really unbalanced for a long time, right? So I can't stress it enough. Even if you now are just following me in your menopause or post-menopause, there's so many great things you can still do. You would just start the protocols as if you are in this midlife phase, right? Like in the perimenopause phase. Because basically you just got to go back there. So that's like my Where to Start program. My one-on-one coaching, any of my programs that show you the foods to eat. Make sure you're eating way more of the good foods and way less of the foods that cause the weight gain, cause the digestive distress, all of those things. And then the stress reduction, because stress is one of your worst things for your body. Lowers your immune system, blunts your hormone production. So at a time in your life when you're trying to like bring your hormones back into better balance, and because they're all over the place, when you throw stress in the mix, it is going to keep them out of balance. For sure, you will continually be out of balance if you are in continuous stress. Okay, so if you're somebody who's like going through these stress cycles over and over again in life, I know people say now COVID, but you know what? If you are super stressed in COVID, that means you were super stressed in another time. You know, it just means that's the way you manage your emotions. You stay super stressed. Okay, you get caught up in a cycle that you just continue. That's like patterns. If you're somebody who emotionally eats or stress eats, you will continually do that. That's just your pattern. It doesn't matter if it's COVID. When Christmas comes, when the holidays comes, when someone has a problem, you just continue to repeat your patterns, which is I get continually stressed, then I stress eat. I just get stressed. That's your pattern. You can change that. It doesn't matter what's going on around you, right? You learn to do things to decrease your stress, to take better care of you and your body. And that's what's required in midlife. That's why we're having all these symptoms, because our body needs to be taken care of better and differently. right? So for the people who don't feel in better balance right now, it's because there's things you are missing that you're not doing for your body, mind, or spirit, right? So it's not just about what we eat. It's also about the rest we get, the sleep we get, the stress, how we handle our emotions, what energies are we allowing into our life, right? Like negative people, negative surroundings, chemicals in our cleaners, chemicals on our face, lotions, makeup, food. So for those who may have still belly fat or feel water retention, puffy, fat, toxins, preservatives, chemicals, chemical flavorings, spices, packaged foods, crackers, tortilla chips, potato chips, salad dressings, bottled dressings, packaged spices, packaged seasonings. All of those can have a lot of preservatives in them, toxins, and things that are like to mimic flavors, even if they say natural. Those are toxins. They can't be broken down by your body, and they are stored in fat. So often that is a lot of what people are having. A woman in my Where to Start program that we're doing right now, she lost 5 pounds in less than 2 weeks. And a lot of it is, and she is peeing a lot. So she's definitely detoxing, right? So she's shedding the fat and the water retention that were holding the toxins. So she's not consuming any of those chemicals or toxins anymore, flavorings, natural stuff. And so her body is able to release the fat that was holding on to those extra toxins that are not good for her. So once your body, this is less than 2 weeks. It can happen within the first week. Your body recognizes, oh my goodness, she's not consuming any of this junk or garbage. So I don't need to hold on to the fat that was holding on to those toxins. I can release it all, get it out of the body, and whoosh. And then you helped your body to release that excess fat that it was holding on to. So that could be something too. Oh, let me see. I'm confused. Perimenopause first, menopause and postmenopause. Yes. Yeah, it's very confusing. So because you've had that, because you had your uterus removed, then you're in a totally different situation. So if you said you're borderline menopause when you had your uterus, you're only 54. You couldn't have been borderline menopause. You're kind of, yeah, you're thrown into a hormone mismatch, hormone storm when you get something ripped out of you like that, and it can't naturally change and shift as it should be. So yes, a lot of people who have hysterectomies, who have things like that done, then they're thrown into a lot of hormonal upheaval. So the best thing you can do is eat really clean, eat the health. That means if you have weight gain, oatmeal, bananas still cause weight gain. If you have weight gain, then you need to still get rid of those. It doesn't matter how old you are or what phase you're in. Fruit on its own, no, still going to be seen as sugar. It's still going to cause the weight gain, right? You got to combine the fruit with in a smoothie or with chia gel, and it's got to be balanced, not just sugar. Fruit's just basically seen as sugar in a lot of phases in midlife, and so it's about balancing it with the protein and essential fatty acids and fiber and all that. So at 54, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. It doesn't really matter what phase you're in. I mean, you're in a hormone imbalance if you're noticing symptoms, right? Now he says now they said you're close to menopause. Borderline. Yeah. So basically you manage symptoms. It's if you're not having your period and you don't know how that's going, then you know more so by what symptoms you're experiencing. So what symptoms are you experiencing right now, Charlotte? I'm not sure how to say your name. Charlene? I think you told me last one and I missed a last video and I couldn't get it. Yeah, what symptoms are you noticing? What are you experiencing? Oh, good. Well, it sounds like you're feeling okay. Yeah, it's good to And yams are good, those orange yams, right? And like I said, fish is good and meat is good if it's good meat. If good meat reacts to you, if your meat seems really good for you, then have that, because some people need more of a higher protein diet. And if you consume too many beans and lentils and stuff to get your protein, it's going to be a heavy starch. And in midlife, it can make you feel heavy, sluggish, acid reflux, and gain weight, right? So, Celia, yeah, that's right. Charles and Celia, oh my God, I get it. So now, didn't get that. What, are you experiencing any symptoms, Celia? And does anybody else have any questions about eating during perimenopause, postmenopause, menopause, what your symptoms are, what you're struggling with? There's 2 supplements, Maca and Ashwa. I never know how to spell ashwagandha. You can look those up. 2 super powders that are good for women during this also. Baobab powder. Maca does not taste very good. You can take it in capsules. I'm not a fan. Ashwagandha doesn't taste very good either. But you can mix them in smoothies. Like a chocolate smoothie with blueberries using raw cacao powder. Best way to put that in. And some greens and a green powder. Anybody have any questions? Yeah, do you have any questions? I'm trying to think, what else did I say? My symptoms. Oh, yes. What symptoms do I still have? Okay. So in perimenopause, I had really bad acid reflux. And I had IBS, really bad. So by doing food combining, I got rid of my IBS. And then what I found out was giving me a lot of acid reflux in that time of my life was eating cooked starches, cooked foods, soups, stews, heavily cooked foods that simmered for a long time, even if they were vegetables, lentils, beans. Even now, to this day, I get acid reflux if I have lentils, like a lentil dal, or a lot of lentils, or brown rice, or rice, like a lot of rice in a dish, which I can now because I don't gain weight, but I do because I love it. But when I have it, I get acid reflux. So too many cooked starches or foods that are cooked for a long time give me acid reflux personally. So I stay away from those. I have them very rarely, every once in a while. For me, I use chickpeas, black beans, white beans in my salads. So sparingly in my salads. I will have rice with vegetables, but a lot of vegetables and a lot of grains. I have a lot of quinoa. I have quinoa a lot. And I eat fish. And I eat eggs myself, farm eggs around here, local farm eggs. What else do I eat? I eat so much of the same things over and over again. I make my own crackers. I make my own seedy bread, it's called, with psyllium husk, flax, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, chia, sesame seeds. I make like this little loaf of seedy bread. It's really kind of more high in fiber, high in fat, really, really heavy and great nutrients in it. And avocados, coconut oil, lots of coconut nutritional yeast. I eat quite simply, but I never get bored of my food. Buckwheat, I use buckwheat. I have a great recipe for buckwheat wraps, like tortilla wraps. You can make your own on YouTube. I have lots of recipes on YouTube. That's okay. Anxiety, I know, but the estrogen, yeah. You got, and same with anti-anxiety medication. For some people, if they can't function, because I know what it's like when I was experiencing the anxiety in perimenopause, I'd never had it before. It was horrible. And I know some people who were suffering from it before, and then they went into perimenopause and it got worse and they can barely function. And they're at a state where they're emotional eating too much and stress eating. Then you need help, right? Because it's so out of balance, like something so out of balance within you that it's harder to function. So if somebody is extremely stressed all the time, high anxiety, in huge hormonal fluctuation, unable to really function, exhausted, can't sleep, in a cycle of extreme, then I say go to a doctor and get some mild like anxiety stuff, because then you can start focusing and thinking better and start eating healthier, taking care of yourself. But if you're in this extreme where you can't even take care of yourself, or you don't care about taking care of yourself, that's when there's a problem. So do everything you can to get into that space of, this is my time to take care of me. I truly need to do the best for my body, mind, and spirit right now, right? That is, what is your faith? What is your belief? How are you supported? How can you better support yourself? How can you better get support for yourself? Worthiness, self-love, time for you, whether it's walking in nature, sitting by a stream or a lake. If you like meditation, massage, yoga, whatever you can do. I did it all of it. Because when I felt off, not right, stressed, not good, not able to handle people, whatever, I was like, something's wrong. I need to take care of myself right now. Because I'm not being good for anybody. Right? Feeling like this. I can't help anybody. I can't support people when I'm falling apart, when I felt like I was falling apart. So it's really about the nutrition, the body, mind, spirit. And that's what I teach in my programs. Where to Start program is basically more about the food. But all my other programs really go into supporting yourself in those three things: body, mind, soul, body, mind, spirit, and my one-on-one coaching, because that is what it takes. Right? If one of those is really out of balance, they'll all be out of balance, right? What do I order when I eat out? I take DIM. What is that? Can you tell me what DIM is, Rachel? I'm not sure what that is. Vola? What types of carbs do you, so vegetables are carbs. You are probably not eating enough vegetables, greens, or good fats is my guess, just right off the top. So vola, can you write in a thing what you eat in a day, starting from the morning, what you drink and eat in a day, just average. Write it all out and I'll be able to help you. What do I order at a restaurant? French fries and a cider. When I go to a restaurant, I order a salad sometimes, but I have salads every single day at home. So when I go to a restaurant, I may order rice, like a rice bowl with some vegetables, a stir fry with rice noodles. I may order French fries. I might have a vegan burger, like I'll have like a vegetable burger, but no bun, because I can't, unless it's gluten-free, and I don't like my bun with mine, it's too much. So I order whatever I want at a restaurant, but I'm gluten-free and I can't have preservatives. So why I'm also so thin, I don't know if you guys can see, like also, it's because like, so I don't have any weight, like my belly's like pretty. So why I also is because my body really reacts bad to preservatives, and I don't have any, like no packaged sausage, no flavored tortilla chips, no flavored potato chips, no flavored rice cakes, no nothing, right? I keep everything, I read all labels, and same with organic canned food, nothing else in it, right? Like I'm really cautious what I eat because I get really severe headaches if I eat preservatives. And I eat really good, healthy, nourishing foods that I love. Even though I love pastry, I love cheese, I love bread, I love things like that, right? I could overeat those easily, but I don't, because in my head, to me, health and freedom and the way I look is very important. I choose, right? I choose to feel a certain way every day. If I eat some of those really heavy foods, I feel horrible the next day. I do eat some of those foods, but then the next day I don't feel good. So then I know, okay, I'm going to eat clean for for a few days because I need to like get rid of that junk I just ate. So I don't also get caught up in blaming myself or shaming myself or upset if I have French fries and cider one night. I enjoy it, totally, completely enjoy it, right? I can have a big bowl of rice sometimes and I'm like, oh, it's fantastic. But the next day I feel very heavy and sluggish. So then I just, reminder, those foods make me feel heavy and sluggish. How do I want to feel? I want to feel light. I want to feel good. I don't want to have super tight pants. I don't want to feel bloated. I don't want to have bad digestive problems. I don't want to have acid reflux. I want to think clear. I want to feel good. I want to feel energetic, right? So in my head, I'm just consistently knowing the way I want to feel. And so then everything I eat, I'm like, how will this make me feel? Right? How will this make me feel now or the next day? Yes, I can choose to have that cake or that croissant or whatever if I want, right? But is it worth it? Is it worth how bad I'm going to feel? And so for those who don't feel bad eating those foods, then you got to decide how do I desire to live my life? And like, if I don't like the weight, my belly, then I'm not going to eat those foods that are causing my belly fat. And I'm going to like work out properly for my age. And I'm going to walk and I'm going to decrease my stress and I'm going to change my lifestyle because this is what's important to me, right? When you don't make those changes, it's not that important. There's other things that are more important. So if you would rather eat those foods, you're going to eat those foods, right? In the back of your head, if you're saying, I want to lose weight, but yet you keep eating those foods is more important than losing weight to you. That's exactly what it is, right? Yeah, Vola, put in, like, write out what you eat in a day, drink and eat in a day, and then I'll see how I can help you. Oh, I see, Rachel. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. There you go. That's good, Rachel. Yeah, okay, then that's good, yeah. Black coffee, breakfast, don't eat lunch, and try to eat dinner only. That is your mistake right there, Vola. Yeah, that's really wrong. Okay, so we see completely why you're gaining the weight. You're not eating the right foods. And in the morning, you're definitely not eating right in the morning. What I suggest, Vola, for you for sure is to do my Where to Start program, unless you want my one-on-one coaching. But my Where to Start program is $97. And yeah, you need to get some things straightened out. Like I said, a woman's been in there less than 2 weeks and lost 5 pounds. You eat nothing. What you're doing is completely contributing to the weight gain. Absolutely, positively. Yeah. So, which means that's easy to fix. You can fix it, change it, and you'll probably have weight loss. Yeah. I'm going to post the Where to Start program. It's going right now, but it is a self-study program, so you don't need to be doing it the same time I'm doing it live now. But if you get in, you can go into the Facebook group and watch the trainings that I've done in there so far. And you always have the information, always. It is exactly where to start during this phase of life. The food shows you the recipes, videos, you get everything in that program. Start eating like that, and that'll make a big difference. There it is. It's only $97. Yeah. You're not eating enough, girl. You can eat way more than that. And your focus is on protein and cheese. I don't know why the focus is on big protein. Yeah, when the focus is on too much protein in midlife, this is just one of the biggest mistakes I see out there. So here's the thing. So we hear about keto in midlife, right? Like the keto diet being the best diet for midlife. In a way, it is. But keto, the right way, which means really good fats, good lean proteins, which can be plant-based proteins, as well as a lot of the good vegetables. So carbs are not bad, but starchy carbs are not good, right? So, and the simple carbohydrates are not good. And we're talking crackers, cookies, oh, you have to sign up for the program, then you get into the Facebook page. Vola. Yeah. Otherwise, this Facebook group is the best one to be in. Yeah. Celia, what do I take for acid reflux during this phase of life? I did not. I ate differently. So when I had acid reflux in perimenopause, I stopped eating all cooked starches. That means no rice, no lentils, no beans, no stews, no soups. I ate basically a lot more raw food or lightly cooked vegetables. Yeah, cooked vegetables without the starch. Lots and lots of vegetables. I ate a high raw diet, so the raw food way of eating is quite a bit different. But yeah, try getting and follow food combining rules. Follow food combining rules. You can look it up on Google. I put a thing, rules. Follow food combining rules if you have digestive problems, acid reflux, anything like that. Follow food combining rules. Makes a huge difference. So following good food combining rules and not eating heavily cooked starches or cooked starches, but great carbohydrates are fantastic, like broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, beans, peas, carrots, beets. All of those are really good. Beets are fine. Carrots are fine. Beets are fantastic, actually. They're really high in fiber and they're really good. So really, you're just going to look for a really, really, really good vegetable. In all my programs, I've used some of my raw food recipes, so you get some really good sauces, really good dips, really good nourishing things like that in the program that you may not ever have tried before. And so they keep you really satisfied. So Tina, who's in my Where to Start program and who lost 5 pounds within 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, yeah, she's really changed and she's following it like really how it should be followed. And so the result is the weight loss quite fast because her body's starting to release the excess fat it was holding on to that it didn't need to. And then by balancing your blood sugar levels, your cravings decrease greatly. And the foods you're eating are really high nutrient dense foods. So then your body is getting fed the food it needs, then it does its job. Then your body does the job better. When your glands get fed the nutrients they need to produce the hormones, then that helps to balance you. So minerals, and trace minerals is what your glands need to produce hormones. Your hormones love minerals, not protein. Yes, good protein is important. And yes, good fats is also extremely important in this phase of life. If you're not eating enough good fats, you're going to have a problem with your hormones. Also your brain, foggy brain, feeling out of it. So not eating enough food. So if you decrease your calories during midlife, that is one of the worst things you can do. Because then you are not feeding the glands that make the hormones. So then you are depleting your body of the exact nutrients it needs to produce the hormones properly, to help bring your body back into better balance, right? To nourish your cells. Beautiful skin, right? More high alkaline foods, lots of good healthy water, hydration first thing in the morning, like getting up and just having black coffee first thing in the morning is dehydrating. And foods such as meat, dairy, alcohol, sugar are very acidic for the body. And what they do is pull minerals from your bones. So then you have calcium depletion in your bones. You have less minerals, therefore your body is unbalanced even more because your hormones are not being produced properly. So minerals are extremely important, and good fats. If you don't have enough good fats, you're not going to metabolize your fat properly. Okay, you'll hold on to it. So there is a lot of things going on, but it's not hard. The food part is absolutely the easiest part once you know what that is. Right? Like getting to know, when you have it all in front of you, like when you get at one of my programs, you're like, oh my God, I get it. You may have a few questions, but otherwise it's like, oh, wow, I was doing things wrong. And so when you start doing them right, then your body comes into better balance pretty fast. Like it goes, oh, thank you. Right? But when you got it wrong and you don't know that you have it wrong, it continues the cycle. And then you just continue. You can't lose the weight. You're having these symptoms. you're bloated, you're not feeling good, you're sluggish, all of these things go on because they just keep cycling, right? Because you're not changing the right things. Or you're changing one thing, but not enough of the others. So that's what I also mean about body, mind, spirit, the food, decreasing the stress, and then working on the mindset, right? All or nothing attitude, because you can have the recipes. Doesn't mean you're going to stick to it, right? You let life get away from you. You people please to other people. You forget about yourself. You put yourself last. You don't get enough sleep. You're too stressed all day. Things like that will keep your body out of balance, right? So it's so important to kind of like, okay, this is how I want to help myself is, my lifestyle is going to look like this to support my body. And when you do that, you are more energetic. You sleep better. You feel better. Your clothes fit better. You begin to lose the weight. Your body's being nourished. So you naturally are able to do life better, right? I don't want to say you can do more because that's a terrible thing to say, but you're able to handle your life better when your body's in better balance, right? So when I hear a woman say, oh, I just can't change my stress and I don't know what to do, there's nothing I can do, or I don't have the money to do your program, I'm just like, well, then you're just staying stuck. Like you're just choosing literally to stay the same way. And I get that because change can feel hard. But that's because you're thinking it's going to be hard, right? So what you need to know is that it's like, I'm choosing to feel better. So I'm going to choose to do these things, right? So you want it about choosing, about choice, about I'm so happy I'm working towards feeling better. I'm so grateful and happy that I'm working towards nourishing my body, so it's going to react and act differently. I'm so grateful that I get to do this, that the information is there, that I get to get guidance, support, and help. I'm so grateful that I'm doing this for me instead of, oh my God, this is such a drag. It's going to be hard. I'm going to be hungry. I don't get to eat the foods I love. This is going to be so stupid. I don't want to have a green smoothie. I hate green smoothies. My husband's not going to like the food. My kids will never eat the food, right? It's so much attitude too. Yep, that's what I do. I do coconut oil, and it's not healthy, Brooke, but it's good. What it does is it helps to balance the acidity for one, and also the spike we get because you're adding a fat, just like fruit in a way. If you add a fat to fruit, like chia gel to fruit, you balance it out. It doesn't give you that spike of insulin, right? Yeah, warm water, lemon juice is perfect in the morning. No oatmeal. You're gaining weight. Oatmeal, nope. Yeah. Oh, hot dogs, chips. I know. So true, right? Drink water, lemon, then skip the oatmeal and yogurt. You can do the fruit with chia gel for sure. Green smoothies. Start on green smoothies. Eggs with spinach is fine. But you need to be having smoothies. Okay? Oh, you buy chia seeds, Brooke. Chia seeds plus water equals chia gel. Don't have chia seeds dry because they will dehydrate you. They will suck all the moisture out of your intestines. Always hydrates chia. So chia, I'm just going to do an example. 1 tablespoon chia seeds plus 6 tablespoons water. Stir and let gel. Keep it in the fridge, but you can make a bigger batch than that. And yeah, decaffeinated coffee is not the best for you, but it's okay. Like if you just have your smoothies, have some juices, have water with lemon juice in the morning. And drop the oatmeal and the yogurt right now. If you have fruit, like have grapefruit or blueberries and stuff mixed with chia gel, maybe a few hemp hearts, a little bit of maple syrup, even some seeds if you want thrown in there. Or again, eggs is fine, but you have your smoothie first, green smoothie first with, I give you green smoothie recipes, or you can find some on Do not use bananas. Do not use mangoes. They're too high in sugar. Do not use grapes. Do not eat grapes. They're so high in sugar, pure sugar. Apple is fine in a smoothie. A bit of cucumber, your fresh greens. I use frozen pineapple. Love frozen pineapple. I also use grapefruit in my smoothies. Parsley, the fresh greens, all my super powders. Get a good mixed green super powder for sure with minerals. Things like spirulina is fantastic. Wheatgrass powder is fantastic. Barley grass. All of those things. More minerals. You can Google what foods are high in minerals, right? But watch if it says that some of the grains and lentils, which are, just decreases, just don't have a lot of them, right? You can also look up alkaline foods, acidic foods. Yeah. So for your health, packaged smoothies, okay. Is that a certain brand? No, are they frozen, the actual fruit and greens frozen, or are you talking about just powders? Always use fresh stuff too. Fresh greens like lettuce, like romaine, kale, Swiss chard, spinach. Fruit like frozen pineapple, grapefruit, apple. So if you're just using just powders, you guys, you're not getting the good fiber and you're not getting, right? It's okay to have some of that. But I really encourage you to have like the whole real food too. Protein powders are good if they're good, clean protein powder. Not all these flavors. All these flavors, you guys, in the protein powders in those meals are natural flavors. They contain chemicals that are made to taste natural. They enhance a flavor. They're not real, okay? So they're not real food. They're chemicals that are made to taste like that food. So that's why they say natural flavors. They mimic the natural flavor of the whatever they're trying to mimic, right? And in yogurt, the problem is yogurt has like tons of sugar usually. It has the colors. It has, if it has fruit in it, it puts a lot of syrupy sugar in the fruit. Yes, if it's frozen, so yeah, I get it. Yes, you can do that. Expensive way to do it though. It's much cheaper to do it the other way. Like I buy bags of frozen pineapple and then I add my fresh greens. Yeah, and stuff. But you can buy those you can buy them all in one. It's just quite an expensive way to go. Absolutely. Yes. And I also have a healthy snack recipes for women in midlife. It's posted in the group. I'm going to post it right in this comments too. If anybody is like, oh my God, I need healthy snacks. I want to learn how to, and it also has a training on if you're somebody who eats at night and you're bored and all of that. That is under my website, dianamarchand.com. You'll see healthy snacks for women in midlife or whatever. So on my website, I have a lot of great resources for you guys too. dianamarchand.com. And, almost 800 YouTube videos, like tons and tons. I've been doing this since 2011. So I have lots of those. Midlife, and it has a eating at night training. Like for somebody who eats at night when they're bored, all of that. I have that kind of training too. So that's that. Do you guys have any questions specific to what we were talking about or anything like this? Let me know if you have any questions. My Where to Start program, you can join that any time at all. It is the best place to start when you're not sure what to eat, or my one-on-one, like adding that with one-on-one coaching or whatever. With my one-on-one coaching, you can get a package where you get all my programs. So that's possible. You're so welcome, Celia. Thank you for being on the video again. And thank you for everybody who showed up live. It's been wonderful. I hope I was able to help you and you got some ideas and some inspiration. And feel free to contact me. I have spaces open for one-on-one. You can do one session. You can do 3 one-on-ones. I have a price range absolutely that will fit you. Or there's a 5-session package where you also get all my programs for free. So there's something for everybody. feel free to reach out to me. You can also do my Where to Start program, and you can add on 2 one-on-one sessions with me. There's so many options. So reach out, get the help you need, and then start getting results and feeling better way faster than trying to figure it out yourself. That's for sure. Okay? Thank you for tuning in. Have an amazing evening, guys.